I'm ready.
Guys ready for Dak?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Dak, can you just start by talking about how you discovered the news about Mike McCarthy and what his message was to you today as a team?
Yeah, I mean, we found out this morning in our virtual team meeting. He finished the meeting with that, and the message was, just continue on. Continue on. Coach has done a great job of putting us in a routine and giving us a foundation, and obviously we've got some great leaders and great coaches and coordinators that are going to do a great job in stepping up in the absence, but obviously we'll miss Coach, but his health is first and foremost important, and we'll fight and get everything done that we need to.
Has anyone told you who will, quote unquote, replace him for the Saints game or not?
No, not yet. I mean, like I said, he just told us this morning in the virtual team meeting that he tested, and then from there we've proceeded to finish our virtual meetings all day, all throughout till the afternoon. Just finished practice, and it was a joint effort today. So credit, as I said, credit the guys and the coordinators and the leaders that we have. So haven't been informed on who will take the duties.
Dak, how do you view this challenge going into New Orleans?
One more time.
Again, not your head coach, having lost a couple of games, a tough place to play in New Orleans. How do you view this challenge?
Yeah, it's a great challenge. I mean, we've got to step up to it, though. Obviously, not the hottest. Coming off of a loss, second straight loss, and then obviously losing our head coach. We're in for a challenge, but when you go into an atmosphere like this, you understand it's going to be a heavyweight challenge regardless, and know it's going to be a four-quarter game, so it's just about us getting our mindset and our mentality right to go do that and to be our best. And for offense, it's about communication, us being sound and us being on the same page with our nonverbal communication to make sure that we don't allow the crowd noise to become a problem or affect us as far as our execution.
Dak, how strange is it to look around? You used to players not being at practice, guys getting hurt. How strange is it to not see your head coach, not see your O-line coach, and a number of other coaches out there?
Yeah, I mean, it was different, I guess. I mean, for sure, as you said, used to not seeing players going, but then obviously when the head coach isn't there, just his presence, his voice, the exchange in between plays and practice periods, not having that. But as I said again earlier, I mean, crediting the coordinators and just the guys that stepped up and were able to make practice go along as usual.
When you guys broke down after practice at the center of the field, who was the coach to kind of lead the way, and what was the message without McCarthy there? Yeah, I mean, the message was just about we've created a team, we've created an environment and a brotherhood that we can push forward. When adversity hits, whether it's losing players, losing a coach, or coming off of a couple losses, we're going to be able to push forward. And so we just got to trust our training and trust everything that we've been in, and as I said, our brotherhood, and just continue to lock arms, knowing we're going in a hostile environment, and it's going to require us to be our best.
Dak, considering how many times you interact with Mike during the course of a game, what will you think? What effect will there be most noticeable to the way you guys operate in terms of not having your normal head coach on the sideline during a game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Obviously, I haven't been through the game and that experience without him, so I'm not necessarily sure. But I can guarantee you, whoever steps up and takes that role will do the same things, whether it's game management or what coach is thinking, making sure that they're communicating to everybody around them and we're all on the same page.
Was Amari out there today?
Amari was not out there today.
Dak, with the enhanced COVID protocols, what was different about practice today? I mean, we're already going to change the format on a short week, but how did it compare to a regular Thursday practice?
I mean, it was practice. I mean, obviously everybody that's not in a helmet has their mask on, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it was a normal practice. I guess not being in the building with the guys all morning was a little bit different, but once we came in, got ready to go pre-practice, and they got practice rolling, it was the same up until the breakdown. Now we'll all grab lunch and then head our different ways again to continue virtual meetings in the afternoon.
For clarity, was Amari in the building today?
Yes, Amari was around in the locker room, spoke to him, said he was doing well, and yes, but wasn't at practice.
Dak, what's the protocol under this? I mean, can you only be in the locker room for like 45 minutes to an hour before practice and then have to clear out within a specified time frame? Or?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, that's the way it sure seemed. I mean, we're very efficient coming in, finishing virtual meetings, coming in, getting ready to go to practice, getting taped, getting our bodies right, whatever we need to, getting out there on the practice field. And I imagine by the time I finish with this and head back to the locker room, most of the locker room will be cleared out and guys will be grabbing lunch and headed to get ready for virtual meetings this afternoon.
Dak, with Amari Cooper missing the previous 2 games and now your head coach set to miss the game on Thursday night, we get the news about Mike McCarthy, and then not long after, the president breaks in to national programming. What does that tell you about the state of where COVID still is?
Yeah, I mean, COVID's real. I didn't need the head coach or the president to jump in for me to realize that. You see people constantly getting it and contracting it, whether they've got the vaccine or not. So, I mean, obviously this isn't something that we can take light or we can let up on. It's very real, but we've got to do our best in protecting ourselves, protecting the others around us, obviously washing our hands and doing whatever we can to reduce the chances for us and the people around us of getting it.
Jack, some of the young guys, particularly the rookies, haven't been in this format before with so many of the virtual meetings. Do you say anything as a leader to remind guys to stay locked in and how they have to pay attention a little bit extra? Or how do you go about this with your teammates?
I mean, I just think from the way the last few weeks paid out, I don't think anybody necessarily needs a reminder. I mean, we talked about it when we were together as a team, but everybody understands the focus that's required to do our jobs, and that's something that we've got to heighten anyways, just whether it's virtual or not. So I think it's important for all of us to be accountable of that, stay focused in on the task, stay focused in on learning the plays, and everything that we need to make sure that we have everything necessary to go be our best and perform on Sundays, or Thursday in this case.
What's the weight room been like without the 3 strength and conditioning coaches? How's that kind of gone this early in the week?
Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously different in a sense. I mean, you've got to be a pro and you've got to go and get your workout, whether it's here in the facility or away from the facility, or some are fortunate to have it at home. You've got to make sure that you're getting the work in that you need, whether it's strength training, whether it's PT, whatever it is, that to make sure your body's ready to go and perform at its highest level. And we've got a lot of pros and a lot of good leaders on this team that are making sure that gets done. Speaking on that after practice, not having our state program tomorrow is going to be huge for guys to do whatever it is, the different modalities, and seeing different people around town, or the massages, whatever it is, to make sure that they're going to perform at their highest level come Thursday. And it's important for us leaders that have those things to make sure that the young guys are getting it as well.
Jack, y'all lost 1 game in the first 7 weeks, 3 in the last 4. How would you characterize the urgency to win Thursday at New Orleans?
Yeah, I mean, it's very urgent. This is a team that's hungry and that's pissed off simply about the way that we've executed and the way that we've played. So it's about us looking in the mirror and checking ourselves first and foremost, and that's what we've done. So right now it's just about going out there and, as I said, doing everything that we can to heighten our focus, our mindset, and our execution come Thursday to make sure that we come out with a victory.
Looks like you're getting some guys back, maybe DeMarcus, Lawrence, possibly CD, maybe even Amari. How much of that could be a boost just for your club, just based on what you guys are going through right now?
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely be a boost. I mean, those 3 guys that you named, 2, I mean, Pro Bowlers, and one of them's, I mean, future Pro Bowler, All-Pro type player. So just have those 3 guys being able to come back into the team, whether it's obviously their play on the field or their leadership on the sideline or in the locker room, they're valuable pieces to this whole thing. So getting 3 of those guys back is going to be huge for us, and it's going to play a big part in us doing what we need to do.
Mike McCarthy said earlier in the week that he considers the Saints' defensive front to be the best this team has faced so far this season. What are some of the challenges that group presents with Cam Jordan and the potential return of Marcus Davenport this week? Yeah,
I mean, you just said it. Cam Jordan and Davenport, they're great players, and then they've got a great linebacker in Davis, so and Quan Alexander as well. So, I mean, you put that whole front 7 together, they present challenges, but it's not anything that we're not up for. We just got to make sure our communication's on the right page and making sure that we're protecting and getting bodies on guys that we need to, extra help if we have to here or there, and playing our best game.
Jack, have you changed anything about your way of not getting this thing? Have you limited contact with other people, or just kind of not done things you've normally done?
I mean, obviously, heightened sense of wearing my mask. Anytime around people, not necessarily getting out throughout the town throughout the week. Not going and seeing my PT as much as allowing him to come to my house. Doing just simple things that I can that is just to reduce the risk of realizing that this thing is heightening and that it's ramping back up. So it's important, as I said, for me and the people around just to make sure that we're doing the best that we can to reduce those chances.
Dak, we talked to Zeke yesterday about the knee injury. He's been battling for almost 2 months. How have you seen him play through that, and what can y'all do as a team to try and take some of that load off his knee injury?
Yeah, I mean, Zeke's a soldier, and he's going to do whatever it takes for this team to win, and whatever he has to. That's the type of teammate he is, that's the brother he is, and that's the person he is. So he's going to battle. He's going to battle through it. Stiff knee or whatever you want to call it. He's a guy that does everything away from the building to take care of himself and to get his body right. You see he's doing the same on the sideline in between series. So there's no worry there about him or what he's going to do to help this team. And as a team, obviously we can play better around him and make sure that we're not overworking him. Simple as that.
With this team having lost 3 of its last 4, how do you guard against for yourself just not trying to do too much?
Yeah, I mean, just understanding that this is a tough game. This is a tough business. Sometimes things don't go your way. To me, it's just about heightening our focus and our awareness on each and every play, understanding that a simple play in the second quarter might be a game-deciding play. So it's just about, as I said earlier, us focusing and doing everything that we can to make sure that we better our execution all throughout the game, from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Can't have any mental lapse. Begins with myself and goes throughout the whole offense and the whole team. I think once you do that and we play our best game from the mental side of it, we can get back on track and get this thing rolling.
That's a little bit different here.
Say again?
A little bit different here with Micah and what he's been able to do his rookie year. Remind me at all of what you and Zeke were able to do your rookie year?
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, obviously, when you have great rookies and rookies produce in the way that Mike is, it helps create a winning team. It's what we had back in 2016, and Mike is a huge part of that, giving us a chance, doing his most that he can do to give us a chance to win each and every game. And it's quite impressive when we need a big play to look up and see a first-year guy making that play is it's impressive. I mean, credit to him and all that he's putting into it and all that he'll continue to put into it. Is that good? Thank you, guys.